could sit down and enjoy it, or Kyle, for you, you could probably just sit there and stay there all day and just love it. It's great.
You guys are a-holes. Like, I'm
Well,
going to lose.
Dude, you're the one that said it.
there's
You're
no
the
way
one
in
that
the
said
hell
it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of the No Sauce Podcast. We are in season 6 now. Big time shout out to these guys to help us get to season 6. I mean, if you want to watch all the other episodes, go to YouTube. If you want to listen to them, go to Apple Podcasts or Spotify. We're on there right now under No Sauce with, technically it's No Sauce with Kyle and John, so maybe I need to adjust that. I don't know. We got a new logo if you saw it on Facebook and Instagram today, so make sure you follow that as well. But season 6, we've been off for what? A couple weeks now. I didn't put that in my little script here, but we've been off for a couple weeks, taking some time, had to figure out some stuff with the recording. And now we're back, and I'm going to be doing a lot more with social media, so make sure you follow us there. Again, like I said, on Facebook and Instagram. We may create a TikTok. I don't know if we're going to put that all there, but there's going to be more content that we're going to do, so it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot more guests as we go forward. I've talked to John, knows a few of the broadcasters that we've been around when we've gone to the WAC tournament. We're going to have some of them on this podcast to talk about some stories, some shenanigans that we've had in Vegas at times and other things. And it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot more of our buddies on from softball stories and things like that. And it's going to be a great season ahead and moving forward with this No Sauce podcast. So make sure you follow us. We'll just ask Danny and John what they've been up to over the last month or so, getting ready for, getting back into it right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, for me, it's umpire season, right? High school baseball umpire season. So, yeah, I've been all in. I mean, I have 5 games in 2 days. I have to do a doubleheader in Wells, and then head to West Wendover and do a third game, and then another 2 games on Saturdays. So, doubleheader in Carlin tomorrow. So 7 games in 4 days, essentially. So, yeah, I'm all in on high school umpiring, man. It's my time of year. It's fun. It's been great weather. Usually northeastern Nevada baseball weather. I mean, it's coats, jackets, beanies, gloves. I mean, you're bundling up. But I mean, I've been walking out on the field with no Under Armour on, and no tights on underneath, and it almost feel naked when you walk on the field. Like, what am I missing? So it's been nice, man. We've had a lot of good baseball weather out here in the north, and we're gonna finish mowing through this season and then go from there. So yeah, got a few games on the horizon here, and then looking into going to some new opportunities we'll talk about later for me coming at the end of the season. That's what I've been up to, is just umpiring baseball and staring at my windshield.
Gotta
He's
love
a
that.
traveling man. He's a traveling man. Johnny, what have you been up to?
It has been busy. We got baseball start backed up. 14-year-old kids were going tonight. We got 10U kids going Thursday night, first game of the season for each of them, and it's busy, man. Practices, work. Yeah. Cheers starting up next week, so the girls are doing that. Like, it'll be busy. And the Mammoth, season, their second to last game is going on right now. Playoffs starting here soon, so it's busy time, busy but fun time. So
that's awesome. Do your season tickets carry over into playoff games too?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we get right of refusal.
First opportunity, right, Adam? You get so many hours to go ahead and say, yeah, I want them, and then you got to take them all or not, right?
Well, I mean, we've had weeks. Like, they sent out the season ticket packages weeks ago to us and said, hey, here's what it's going to cost. Here's what round 1 is going to be. Here's what the second round. Here's what the conference championship would be. Here's what the Stanley Cup would be. So we know what the costs are going to be, and it's considerably higher, 100%. But
you bet.
Yeah. But I mean, it's worth it. I mean, we've got great seats, and so it's especially worth it to be right there in the action. And And it was good. I, you know, took my daughter to the game the other night, and it's kind of like a late birthday celebration for her, and she absolutely loved it. We won. She got a warm up puck at the beginning of the game. It's just great in general. So,
Hey, one first season, right? Like
what was that?
only one first season, right?
Yeah.
Uh, what do you mean? Like,
Like,
One first season. Last year was the first season. Yeah.
last year was the first season,
right. So, did
and
they
then
just unveil the Mammoth this year, though? Wasn't it Utah Hockey
Yeah.
Club last year, right? So
yep,
that's
Right.
what I'm
yep,
saying. This is like essentially that I'm looking at your hat. That's what I'm trying to
yep,
go off of here, right? Yeah.
yep,
That's
yep.
memories for your kids. Like that's that
Oh
first
yeah,
season. Those are memories that your grandkids are going to hear about and all that shit, right? Like that's super
yeah,
cool, man.
Yep.
yeah. I'm excited. I mean, it's been great. I've in past years I've done like trips to Anaheim. Like, hey, let's go to Disneyland. Maybe we'll catch an Anaheim Angels game. Um, but we invested pretty heavily into our season tickets, and so we've done that instead. And yeah, just done one-off trips to the games with the kids, and like, hey, do you guys want to go early and sit at the glass and try to get a puck, or what food you want to get, or I don't know, whatever's going on. So it's been good to spend time with them doing that, with all the other crazy things going on, So we're
Cool.
I don't know,
Good shit.
life's
Like it.
life's busy. Life's busy. And then you had, I know you guys don't want to talk about it, but the Masters this last week, that was fun. We're not
It
going to
was.
talk about it because I know people, it's not cool amongst, some
Didn't say
people.
it wasn't cool. I said it
No,
wasn't
I
no,
just,
exciting.
it was. I
I'm just
watched it.
saying,
There's
I watched
difference.
it
it was
Friday.
exciting. Like,
I
if you watch
watched it
Sunday at all,
Friday, some Saturday, and then watched the final round Sunday. And I turned it off when Rory got to I think it was the 14th, when he got around Amen corner unblemished. Because then I
yeah,
knew it was over. Like, nobody was catching him. The only guy that had a chance was Scotty Scheffler.
Scheffler only lost by a stroke. And
He
it was a
did.
putt that
He missed that one putt on 17 that would have,
would have tied
maybe
it and forced a
would have tied
playoff.
it. Yeah, but then didn't Rory birdie 18 anyways?
Yeah, he only ended up winning by one stroke.
Either way,
And so,
like,
and that's the thing, from like where Scheffler came, and like you guys had what, like John Rahm that had 8 birdies or 9 birdies on Sunday. I mean, you had some guys playing out of their mind early on
the
on
only
Sunday.
other guy that I thought had a chance to catch him was Justin Rose. And had he
Mm-hmm.
not botched that par 5, I think it was par 5 14th,
Mm-hmm.
he has a chance because he had an eagle putt there that would have put him in the lead or at least tied with Rory before Rory hit that. Yeah, so as soon as Rory got to the 14th and Scheffler missed that putt on 17, I turned it off because it was like,
Yeah.
it's over.
Well,
Like, there's no fun there's no drama here.
I think you finally had like an honest golf moment out of Rory McIlroy when they asked him, like, hey, were you scoreboard watching today? You hear champions get asked that question all the time. Oh no, I was just focused on myself. You mean to tell me those big, huge ass white signs with names and numbers, you're not peeking at that? And he was like, yeah, I was. 6th hole, I saw it, and I was like, okay, I got to do some things here. And first honest moment from him, I was
Yeah,
happy. So,
I don't know.
And once again, very intriguing, very interesting, compelling. Like honestly, but the exciting thing, that's what I'm trying to say. For exciting for me is a guy going from 17th to first in a race to that's something that's more exciting. That's all I'm saying for me. But it's it was a very interesting and very compelling Sunday or Monday
Yeah,
or whatever the fuck it was.
I mean, when Scheffler hit those back-to-back birdies on 15 and 16, and what was it? Was it 16 was the crazy one too, where he hit into the trees and then had to because he hit a branch on his second shot. Do you remember that? Like, he hit a branch coming out of there, and then he still got a birdie on that. Like, you're thinking, okay, Scotty Scheffler, here we go. He can make a run here. And then he missed that, what was it, 10-foot putt that just missed.
It literally was just right on the edge.
That basically sealed that. So, yeah.
I mean, what did he do? I think he went 11 was it 11 under on the weekend? He shot a 65 on
Yeah,
Saturday and a
it would have been 12
68.
under, wouldn't it? Because Rory finished 13.
What? No, I'm just those 2 days. He was
Oh
11
yeah,
under.
yeah,
Yeah, 65 and a 68.
yeah.
So,
I just like it
yeah,
where it comes down to either a playoff or it comes down to the final hole for every, for the top 2 or 3. Like that. That's my thing is,
yeah.
where there's
I
that
just,
dramatic, right? That
I,
somebody's got to hit a big putt to
I
yeah,
win.
mean, yeah, no, absolutely, and that's great. And I'm just getting into it, as you guys know. But I mean, you barely get people to watch golf. They don't really want to listen to us talk about something they don't want to watch. So I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not exciting. That's all I'm saying. I'm just throwing that out there. It's fine. It's fine. Masters is the Masters. It's great.
Yeah, yeah. I watched more of this Masters than I have a Masters tournament before, even when Tiger was playing. So it was cool. There were some great shots. I don't know that the broadcast was great
I,
overall.
that's the thing that bugs me the most about it is just how much they own everything. And the whole morning coverage, like you may get a couple groups that they'll watch, or you can watch just Amen Corner, but they won't follow anybody else. And
Yeah,
that's unless you have the Masters app, but then it's like make the Masters apps available on my smart TV or whatever. Like I want to watch it.
It's a
Because
it's
they
a
just
it's a sanctuary, man. I mean, what
it
we didn't
is.
even let black people into the '90s, and women didn't get in until the damn near 2012s, right? So let's just call it what it is, right? It's the
Yeah.
Masters, Master.
Yeah.
yeah.
Probably
I
it was
mean,
called eventually. So,
I don't know.
bro,
You go from
I want to
watching it on
go.
Prime to
It's
watching it on HBO Max to watching
my
it on
buddy went.
CBS.
My buddy
Like,
went to the pre. So he has Alden, my umpire friend. He's inheriting some property in Georgia. He bought tickets for like the pre-day before they started golfing. Guess how
mhm.
much he paid?
Hold on. Did he get them secondhand or did he get them from the
I
Masters?
have no fucking idea, dude. Like he bought
So
tickets. It cost him $1,400 just to go check shit out before it started.
he
yeah, so that
was
was
it for the par
secondhand.
three competition?
Uh, Not
What?
exactly what he went. No, I don't even think it was the par three. Like I think it was for that.
Yeah,
Oh,
so that's and maybe this is the only thing I'll try to like make a point here with the Masters is that I it is on my bucket list to go. But you can either buy tickets secondhand, and some people are going to charge you anywhere from $1,000 to 3 grand, depending on which day you want to go. Or you enter the lottery system, which is a lot like, for those people that hunt out there, lottery system for drawing tags and whatnot. And you're lucky if you get drawn. I've been trying to apply for the last 8 years, haven't sniffed a
yeah.
drawing. But if you do, tickets are like 100 to $150.
Yeah.
Like it,
He did tell me about that. He did tell me about
yeah.
that he had put in for some sort of a drawing where it wasn't going to cost him very much. But yeah, no,
And then
that's a serious thing.
and
Yeah, dude. I mean, I go check it out.
well, and like,
Maybe 5
and they do a good job out there with the event, like having people help usher and make sure that like people's seats and everything are set up properly. You can't take your cell phone in there, so you don't have to like bob and weave behind people to try to see the action because nobody's standing there with their phone going like this the whole time. You can
Right.
actually enjoy it.
Well, you have to
Concessions
check
are
out
pretty
your
well.
phones, right? He told me that, right? You have to you got to leave your phones.
Leave your
You
phone
can't
in the
bring them.
car. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But then like you can like concessions is pretty cheap. You can get like a sandwich, chicken
Except for
salad
like,
sandwich, pimento cheese sandwich for like $1.50, two
yeah,
bucks.
that's what he was saying. Well, he said like 350, but still.
What? Yeah, there's some like there's a chicken whatever salad or chicken barbecue chicken sandwich that's three
I'm
bucks.
actually
The
recording
bottle of
my
water is a
podcast
couple
right now,
bucks,
but
but
we're
it's
talking about
it's
that. We're
like
talking about the Masters, right?
yeah,
I put Danny on mute because he's on the phone right now. So
yeah. But no, it is just one of those events where I would love to go to. I don't care practice session or Sunday, Sunday at the Masters. I just want to go. It's just it's one of those for me it's a bucket list item
yeah,
and at some point in my life I will go. But, you see all the people wearing like Masters gear. I have a couple Masters hats. I feel bad wearing it. I love them because they're comfortable, they're nice, but it's like stolen valor. Like going to the Masters is amongst that community. It's something amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I
are you out,
watch it from
Danny?
the comforts of my own home. Like I don't know, sitting out on a golf course or standing or whatever for that long. I just
I
No,
mean, I
but the
saw you
thing
at Big
you can
Noon
buy
kickoff and
chairs.
game day. You had to lean on a post. You wanted to go uphill. Had to take
okay.
a
But
break. Yeah.
when I go to, if I ever do go to the Masters,
Uphill
it'll
both
be when I'm
ways.
100 pounds lighter, and yeah, so there won't be as bad of a problem. So get off me
So
about that sitting on a
So,
post.
anyways,
no,
my
but
buddy,
Kyle,
go ahead.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead,
Go ahead,
John.
Danny.
Go ahead, finish if you're getting on
I
Kyle.
was just gonna say the one thing that they say to do is when you get to the Masters, go get merch. And in there you can buy a green chair that you literally set up somewhere and you can leave it there. They have people that like watch the chairs to make sure that nobody steals your seat or tries to move seats or whatever. So like I would go out to the 12th tee box where it's the 12th tee box is right in front of you, and then off to the left is the 11th green. You can watch them finish up that hole and then come to the par 3 and sit there, and you could literally leave your chair, walk back and like follow a group from the first hole all the way through, and your chair will still be there. You could sit down and enjoy it, or Kyle, for you could probably just sit there and stay there all day and just love it. It's great.
You guys are a-holes. Like, I'm
Well,
going to lose.
I
Dude,
think
you're the one that said it.
there's no
You're the one
way in
that
the
said
hell I
it.
could sit in a freaking chair and watch golf from one hole all damn day, dude. I'd be like, hey, I'd be stealing people's clubs. Can I get a shot, dude? Like, there's no way. But
That's
anyways,
my
I mean, you'd be walking back and forth getting concessions and beer
that's
and
my thing
yeah,
is like it I want to see all of it. I don't want to just see them finish up at 11 and then tee off at 12, and even
oh,
if I do
exactly,
go
yeah,
get concessions, but I'm like I don't want to be moving from hole to hole. I could do that sitting at my couch
yeah.
saving myself money
Unless they
for
give me a cart. Yeah.
not
No.
not saying it's not a bucket list item, but it's like I'm not as invested in golf as somebody that would go
yeah.
to that event. Does that
So
make
I
sense?
get you.
my buddy that went to the Masters this weekend and paid $1,400, he went to practice on Tuesday.
Yeah. So
Practice.
sometimes, like in
We're
the
talking about
lottery,
practice, dude. Like it costs $1,400 to go watch
again,
freaking practice.
I would never buy secondhand tickets for a practice day. So $1,400 for a practice day is a joke. But like, if you in the lottery get picked for a practice, maybe $100 a ticket. I would 100%. I'd go do that. 100%. But
Oh,
I
interesting.
digress.
All right. Well,
I digress.
Now we move on. We move on from the
Move
topic
on.
we weren't going to talk about.
Move
But
on.
but what I did hear in that before we got segued, John, are you coaching the 14U team?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's amazing because you know who else is coaching a 14U team?
I don't know.
Damien.
Damien. Yeah, I see. Dude,
Cool.
setting it up, dude. Fuck yeah, absolutely, dude. We'll get a ball game together. You guys, would you be willing to travel to Wendover to play a team at Elko?
Potentially.
Yeah,
Potentially.
I think I see a match on the line. Absolutely. Like, I mean, they played in Reno this weekend, and obviously he's new back to the community, so it's not like it's kids that he raised, but he's doing a great job by these kids, and they're scrapping.
That's
So,
good.
and it's not the Drillers; it's a different organization. It's the Aces, and they wear a lot of green, which is cool. But yeah, no, I mean they scrimmage all over, and I could probably set up a field in Wendover for that to happen. So you guys get out and play some, maybe a doubleheader or some shit like that.
It'd be fun.
We're setting up
That'd be
games
fun.
here on the No Sauce podcast. That's what we do.
Like it.
Woo.
That's what we do. So, challenge extended, challenge possibly accepted. We'll get back to that. Well, stay tuned, folks. We'll check in and
Yeah.
see if that ever happens. So,
Absolutely.
Um,
I'll even umpire it. I'll get another.
I
Me
don't
and
know
Junior
about
will
that.
umpire. Hey,
We'll
I'll
get
put the other
you
guy
and
behind the
Kyle out
plate.
there.
I'm
You
not
and
umpire.
Kyle out there.
me and Yak will be on the broadcast. We'll be the.
There you go.
Oh, Yeah,
Absolutely.
we'll get it on Game
play-by-play, and I'll
Changer.
be the color analyst. Yeah.
Kyle and whoever will sit right below the video and just comment on the whole
Well,
game.
that's what Yaki does right now.
No,
So
yeah,
that's
does that.
completely within the realm of possibility. Dude, Yak needs a color guy. That's it. Kyle, he's our color guy.
Oh yeah, we'll set that up for
We
sure.
just made some
Now
shit
it
happen,
really came off.
Luciano. I hope you're watching this, but we're coming to Windover.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, guys, I gotta tell you, one thing I wanted to talk about tonight a little bit. And Danny, I know you're not as invested in this.
I know it's fine. Let's talk.
Nuggets.
This transfer portal stuff in college athletics, especially college basketball, it's nuts. It's ridiculous. Like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm in favor of the players getting paid. I'm in favor of being able to transfer. I'm not in favor of players being able to transfer freely every single year. Like some guys are at their fourth or fifth school in 5 years. Like that's
fourth school in 2 years because they committed to 2 others. But I digress. Go ahead.
But I mean, like, and we got guys that aren't even eligible going in the transfer portal. Like they're out of eligibility, and they think they're going to get a waiver when they're probably not. It's like, why? Like, move on with your, And today, former Utah Valley forward Jackson Holcomb committed to Utah, and I was told by somebody really close to him that he got 7 figures to go to Utah. And, the going price for the starting point guard from Utah Valley this past year, all whack, starting point guard, second, one of the best. I'm not going to say second best, but the price tag for him is 7 figures as well. So it's like, what are we doing? Like, this is crazy. Like, Colin Chandler, I think, was offered by BYU before he went to Kentucky, played at Kentucky this year, and now he's coming back to BYU this year, this next year.
Yep.
And then Rob Wright, who is at BYU this year, is possibly going to Kentucky next year. And we're talking about, like, these rosters, if you don't have $20 million, in payroll, you're probably not going to be competing for a Sweet 16 appearance, an Elite 8, or even a national title, because that's what it's going to cost you to win those now. And I'm sorry, it sucks. Like, it's awful for the sport of college basketball. And there's such a huge the gap between high majors and mid majors is just getting wider and wider, because these mid major schools don't have that kind of money. They don't have people here. I mean, that's what it's a joke. And it's the scary thing is all these agents that target kids and give them bad advice that say, hey, you need to leave that school and go here, or get in the transfer portal and see what you can get. And this, we have vultures in these agents too that are causing a great big problem in college athletics, not just college basketball, college athletics.
Absolutely.
And it just,
well, those vultures have been around forever, man. Let's go back to early boxing days, boxing promoting days, right? Those vultures, that's what they did, dude. They find those athletes, they grab a hold of them, and they learn how to make money off of them. That's what these agents, I hate agents, dude. Agents have ruined sports completely. Free agency in the NFL and all that kind of stuff. It goes back that far, right? So now you've basically built a farm system. You've built Division I sports, and actually, oddly enough, this trickles down to high school. Like, spring sports are a little different. Baseball, softball. We're not talking about that. We're talking about football, basketball.
The 2 big money makers, football and basketball.
The ones that are bringing the revenue in, right?
Yeah,
and that's where those Division I athletics, they have separated themselves as a semi-professional league. That's what it is. They don't want to call it that, but I mean, let's just be honest. Look at the model. Look at what they do, and I mean, you're trading players, you're buying players, and those kids are still going to school, and it's super unfortunate. I know we've talked about that.
Why are you making so much noise?
You good, John? You getting your chips? Yeah, all right, cool.
Wow.
M&M's. Okay, listen. I've got a new setup. Okay, I have a new laptop I'm working off of. I'm trying not to use like the headset, but I might have to because it helps suppress some of that background noise,
No, you
which
just
is
need to get an
annoying.
XLR mic and your headphones, and you're good, dude. But then again, I don't have anything going on here except like insulation and stuff. So like,
Yeah.
it's cool.
I
But
mean, you should see it right now. I've got laptop in front of me, screen, 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 screen.
Well, it's a
I got
lot
the
better
hockey
than you
game.
staring at the other screen. At least you're
yeah,
looking at us this time.
I actually like your setup now than I did before. So
Absolutely.
I think you were
No.
looking more up at the camera you had before than you were like straight at. So yeah, like Danny's looking up right now. He's looking up at the ducks that are flying
That was
across.
John.
So, anyways, back to this transfer portal. So the other thing too. So Rick Croy was the coach at California Baptist, head coach. Been there for like 16 years, right? And they just made their first NCAA tournament. He now is the associate head coach at Arizona State. He would rather be an associate head coach at a Big 12 school than be a head coach at a mid-major because he knows that mid-major doesn't have the money to sustain itself to be successful like it possibly does at a Big 12 school in Arizona State. So I just here's a couple of things I wish that schools would finally figure out. Like if you're going to have these players, you're going to sign these players to like national letters of intent. There has to be a change in those national letters of intent, right? Like they have to have some kind of clause in them that says you are committed to this school for this long, right? And if you
Yes.
choose to leave, a percentage of what you get paid by the school that you sign with will come back to us with a home and home to be scheduled with that same school, right? Or something to that effect. Like you have to hold them accountable because
It's
Utah
called a
Valley.
contract. That's what they're doing. They're giving money that should be in the contract.
It should be. That's the thing. The schools don't offer the contracts, right? I don't even know how it's set up, but they sign that national letter of intent to go to that school. I don't know if that's an NCAA form or if that's set up by the schools and what's in those, guidelines, but that some kind of clause has to be put in to protect these mid majors that are developing these guys and then getting poached, by the high major
Well,
schools for the money
but
that
how many?
they can't cover, right? So they should get a what is that? What do I want to call that?
Like a buyout
A
fee. Like
buyback fee, right? Like so they should get a percentage of whatever that school is going to pay
it's called
that
a
player.
trade.
Like,
I mean, that's what all the other sports do. That's what we're talking about, right?
yeah, like
Yeah,
like the
but Kyle,
Jackson
what about on the
Holcomb thing.
flip
If he
side?
gets 7 figures, so let's say he gets $1.5 million, right, from Utah. Utah should also pay $150,000 to Utah Valley because that's where the kid came from. That's what I'm saying. Like maybe a 10%, But I just think there's got to be something done. But the NCAA is just sitting on its hands and not doing anything, and
That's the problem. Is the
that's the problem.
NCAA? Go ahead, John. I feel like you got something to say.
What about the flip side? What about the flip side when you have a a power five not getting playing time? You know what? He decides to go down to a mid major because that happens.
Yep.
Is that going to be the reverse? Is the mid major going to have to pay the power five?
No, because they're not paying. They're not poaching the guy, right? That guy's what? But here's what I'm
How do you
saying.
know
Like,
that? I get John.
I
I
mean,
get what
but
John's saying.
I
Like, hey,
get
you're
what
on the
John's coming
bench.
from.
Come down here and play, right?
yeah, what about your mid major guy who like busted his ass and he knows that at his university he's never going to be able to compete for a national championship, but now he has the opportunity to go to Kentucky or Kansas or Duke or whatever and make more money? Again, it's got to swing both ways. I like the idea of having some accountability to the school, but
I'm
also to
saying
the
to level the playing field. The mid major shouldn't have to pay anything when a guy
It's too
chooses
late.
to go
That
down a
ship,
level.
that ship
but
sailed. That
yeah,
mid major ship has sailed a long time ago. Even I mean, they were even giving money before they were giving money, right? So they just use this fucking excuse me,
never.
sorry. They just yeah, we're gonna use your name, image, and likeness and give you money off of jersey sales because that's not what they're doing. Now they're signing contracts with major sponsors. So that major sponsor, that's, in my opinion, it's a failure on the university's side for not having the right people in place to counter these agents' offers. Yeah. These agents are walking to you with 16, 17, 18-year-old kids saying, hey, we're doing this, we're doing this. You should have your own people going, okay, if you're doing this, you're going to do this, this, and this. So those are those commitments. Those are those long-term commitments. And then you'll see that whittle itself down because kids can only bail so many times. So that'll kind of fix itself. But I mean, that's a small fix for a large problem.
You should have to pay a fee.
It's gotten so big that it's hard. It's going to be hard to fix. It's going to be hard to rein in now.
That's what I'm saying. Division I is almost separated itself completely.
Yeah. As a player, to jump into the transfer portal, you should have to pay a fee. And fee goes to just general scholastic, like scholarships, like a general scholarship fund that's divvied out to.
If you've already been paid.
Yeah,
I agree with that. If you've already signed, if you've already signed an NIL deal and you decide to jump ship, you should have to forfeit some of that cash back to the university that originally signed you 1,000%.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that's a way of stopping it, and it should be a percentage of what you've earned.
Yeah,
because all that has to be disclosed, so we'd have pretty decent records of it.
But the thing is, I don't think these guys are. It's not like you said, Danny. They're not getting paid by sponsors. The schools are coming up with this money somewhere, somehow, donors, whatever, revenue sharing, whatever they've got, and they're actually just paying them. It's not even about going and getting a deal with, Taco Time or a pizza place or, a shoe company within that.
Selling your jersey.
What is it? Built Bar? That was one that BYU had, where they're paying, giving or Utah got Chevy trucks. They leased the football team Chevy trucks, 2 years ago. So that's not what's happening anymore. It's just straight up, here's what we can offer you.
You're buying dudes. Yeah.
The players are going to the school and saying, what can you offer me? And if you can't offer me $500,000, you're not even going to be in my, list, right?
Yeah,
so
the old question used to be on recruiting is, first of all, you're talking to mom and dad, making sure you're taking care of the baby, right?
Yep.
Second is, how much playing time am I going to get, right? That's always the kids, worry. That was it. Playing time was the biggest question. Now it's, how much money am I getting?
Yep.
So you're sitting in 17-year-old living rooms saying, oh, I'm going to have to negotiate you. It's just, it's ruining college sports, and I think we can all agree on that.
Yep. It is. I mean, think about this. This Jackson Holcomb, he's getting married this summer to Todd Phillips, who's the coach of Utah Valley. He's getting married to Todd Phillips' niece, right? So, and then he gets 7 figures at Utah. So he's going to start off his marriage as a millionaire from playing college basketball for a team that finished 2-16 in the Big 12 last year, dead last. And everybody thinks that he's just going to come in and automatically Utah's going to be competitive in the Big 12. It's like he just went from, and I'm not saying it's an upgrade, obviously, but it's like hopefully it works out for him. I really wish him the best.
That's the gambles that should be made at the NBA draft and signing and shit like that, man. That we shouldn't be talking about that for college sports, man.
When guys can make more playing college basketball, that's what it's become. Guys can make more playing college
sports. Like, let's just be honest. I mean, especially these, going to college football. I mean, these quarterbacks that are, system guys can make a ton of money in college, and they're going to the NFL, and they're going to be career backups, or maybe not even that, man. They're going to go suck for JJ McCarthy. Let's just talk about him. I mean, saw that coming out of college. But you know what? You can't doubt a guy for cashing out, man. Kirk Cousins, dude just collects coin. Like, you can't. It's a financial decision. If they're going to pay you, then right.
Well, who was it? Was
taking the cash?
Was it Chase Daniel from Missouri?
Career backup, was like a backup for like 17 years. Yeah,
he's made like $75 to $100 million just being a backup quarterback. Like,
yeah, absolutely. Film room guy.
Yes. So, yeah.
Hey,
speaking of quarterbacks, before we move on, did you guys?
You got something, John?
I was just gonna just a quick news update for any that care. Mammoth just won and locked up wild card 1, which is a big deal in the NHL, which we can talk about in a later segment, but it just happened. I just thought it'd be
Does that mean
cool.
that they like host the series or
No,
what?
no. So I don't understand this. Apparently, this was a smart idea at some point. The top 3 teams in each division make the playoffs, right?
Okay.
So there's 4 divisions, so that's 12 teams that make the playoffs. Well, those 3 teams go into the same bracket of the playoff. Then there's a wild card that joins those 3 teams. So there's 2 wild cards in the West, 2 wild cards in the East. This year, the way that it's all panned out, you have the best team, the Avalanche, the second best team, the Stars, the third best team, the Wild, that are all in a bracket. They're going to play each other. And then wild card 2. So being wild card 1, we now avoid until the Western Conference Finals, Avalanche, the Stars, or the Wild, which is insane. So it's a pretty big deal that we clinched that up tonight.
Yeah,
So,
that's good.
anyways, apologies. It's
No
being a fan all
apologies.
year. I haven't missed a game.
Absolutely.
I've
Good for
Yeah.
I
you.
think it's the
No apologies
first time I can
necessary.
ever say that.
I was
You
just
did-
You
gonna say-
did miss a game because you gave your tickets to your uncle when I asked you for
Oh, no,
tickets,
what-
but you did
what I
miss a
mean-
game.
What I mean is I still watched the game.
Yeah,
Like
just thought I'd throw it out there.
I went to the game or I watched it. I watched every single game this season. So
That's
I'm
cool,
pretty
and
proud.
that's cool for your children too. Like honestly,
Mhm.
that's gonna be shit they remember forever, man. Like they're gonna be
Yep.
like, and they're gonna remember stuff you didn't remember. They're gonna be like, remember that one time the popcorn dumped on a dude's lap or something stupid, right? Like that's those are great. Those are great
Yeah.
memories for your children.
Yeah. So
Speaking
sorry
of
sorry to derail us, but
You're good.
It's cool.
We were talking about NFL quarterbacks real quick. This popped in my mind just now. You guys seen some of the heat that Fernando Mendoza is taking right now? You guys seen any of that?
I mean, no.
Apparently, he made a comment when he was 14 or 15 about the whole George Floyd thing on an Instagram post.
I don't want to hear it. That's it. That's dumb as fuck. That's stupid propaganda. That's why I deleted Facebook. That's all
I
dumb.
hate that.
Yeah, I'm just
That's
it's just
dumb.
crazy. Like somebody goes digging for that. Like why? Like what does that have to do?
I'm so glad we didn't have phones when I was younger because I would probably be convicted of.
Yeah. So
Whatever.
pretty sad. But the good news is, unless it was AI or somebody making a meme, apparently the New York Jets head coach had a response to it, and if it's accurate, if that New York Jets coach really did feel that way about this Mendoza comment, it's pretty certain that Fernando Mendoza is not going to be a New York Jet. So
He's going to the Raiders.
Good. He shouldn't. Here's the thing, Kyle.
He's
Here's
going
what
to
the
the
comment
Raiders.
said.
any quarterback that goes to the Jets goes there to die. Like their career's over.
He's going to the Raiders. Well, except for Sam Darnold, apparently.
Well, it's over, but they're yeah.
I'm just saying.
Dude, there's a ton of quarterbacks that went to the Jets that left and had better careers later.
Yeah.
But okay, this is the comment that he made. It was under a LeBron James post, and he said, "You need to explain the context of the first photo of the cops on the man because you never know what he did wrong." How is that a hot take? Like, how is he getting in trouble because of that?
People are
It's
searching for bullshit.
It's the narrative. It's
Ugh,
they got to
hate
find
that.
fault with the dude because he's all about preaching. You know who he follows and who he's thanking for his success and stuff like that. And so
I don't know that it's necessarily just about that. I think that's just he's a young man that nobody can crack him because he's pure and everything he says is genuine. So you
Yeah.
got to bring up some bullshit, whether whether he does whatever. That's just what they try to do, right? They try to find some shit, and there's nothing on him. He's a great dude, man. Like,
Yeah.
so we're gonna make up some bullshit.
Agreed. All right, so let's talk about the ABS system for a minute. How are we feeling about that? Have you guys seen that? I mean, it's been interesting. A lot of things being pointed out on social media, where people are clipping, the calls and the challenges and things like that. But how do we feel about it?
I think it's good. I I have long since thought that, like, part of being an umpire, like, it's part of the game that some calls are going to get missed and you have to make adjustments based on the umpire. But at the professional level, like, there's big money, there's big things on the line, that, like, how many World Series games have ended in a strikeout that you're like, oh, that was not a strike, or big
How
games
many?
like that. And I know at least three. And so it's like, I could see. I think it's beneficial. I do think it's awkward for an umpire to sit there and be like, okay, they're judging my call. Let's review it. And sometimes you win and you get to be like, that's right, I was right. Other times you're like, I missed that. So I think it's good. When umpires miss a call, I think we'll start to see, hopefully, a trend of, like, more accuracy. Like, there's some umpires that are horrible, but if they get called on their crap more often, they can make adjustments mid game. Like, oh, I called that a ball. I thought I saw that. Maybe I need to adjust something. I don't know. Maybe food for thought.
Danny, you're the umpire here.
Oh yeah, dude, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, 100%. I mean, no, you're right, John. Like, the shit calls, in a big game is a big situation. And I'm not
Hmm.
saying that might not be something that you should throw on the table. But I mean, we don't have it, Hernandez's really anymore because I mean,
What's his name?
uh,
Uh, I'm gonna look it up. You keep talking. You keep
Angel
talking.
Hernandez, is that who you're talking about?
No,
No,
it's a
CB
guy,
Buckner.
CB Buckner. Yeah, he's not been really good this year either.
Horrendous.
He's been and so that should so okay. So let me back up because I'm not going to completely butcher this situation because it's technology and it's the way of what needs to happen, right? But so we have this technology and they've had this technology. So that should be definitely an internal tool that the major league uses as guys advance, right? So we've had that. So yeah, hey, you're shitty. You're definitely not getting playoff games. This, that, and the other thing. Is it as far as the ABS challenge system goes?
Mm.
The couple problems I have with it. Like, first of all, there's been this big influx over the last 3 years about speeding up the game of Major League Baseball, and now we're gonna basically counter that with this challenge system because I mean, let's be honest, these catchers they're testing it early. Batters are testing early because they're going to see how far they can get away with that. So we're getting the maximum
Mm.
amount of challenges. So everything that we've done over the last 3 years to speed up the game, which I thought was bullshit anyways, has basically done the opposite, right? So in addition, only about 50% of the calls are being overturned, which is whatever. And then when it comes down to it, we're talking about the accuracy of the ABS system. It's not 100% accurate system,
No.
right? It's
It-
95% accurate, right? You're going off of metrics, you're going off of size. It's a 2D model, so it's not a 3D model. We live in a
mhm.
3D world, right? So when there's a curveball that's breaking, I can't even imagine at the major league level. I can only
Jeez, yeah.
attest to the high school level. But there's some the shit that's coming in, breaking 3-4 feet. Is that clip in that front corner of the plate, so on and so
Mhm.
forth. So that we're talking about 4 millimeters difference that we could possibly have, and then between the ABS and the real people, ABS is calculated at 95%, and real people actually do about 93%. So my thing is the reward as far as the whole glamour of the thing, right? Like playoffs, I get playoffs, man. Playoffs, those should already be the dudes that are making 97, 98% right strike calls anyway, right?
Mm.
So, I mean, what are we gaining? And if you're trying to speed up the game to make these 2.5 hour, 2 hour, 45 minutes, keeping them under 3 hours, and we're allowing teams 4+ challenges, I'm talking between the two, and if they're successful, we're really slowing down the game to talk about pitches that are that far out of the zone. So I do see benefits with it. I really do. I think it's the way of the future with everything else, right? I think it's going to get better. I think you're going to see sensors in home plate at each corner that are going to make it more of a 3D type of model. I think we're going to see that progression. And you know, and it's a great tool for umpires. It's a great tool for us. But once again, we go back to the game. The game is two teams and the umpires out on the field. It's a human game. So I like the human element of it as a coach, as a player. I've been grown up. Hey, you got to adjust to your umpire and you just go with it. And as an umpire, I want to have just as much fun on the field as the two teams that are competing. So that's my sentiment on the ABS.
Yeah.
I heard the other day that the ABS system doesn't actually take account of where the ball is at the front of the plate. It takes it from like the middle of the plate.
No, it's
Is
the
that
front
is
of the
that
plate.
true?
Strike zone's at the front
Why?
of the plate.
I know what the strike zone is, but I'm saying that like the system they use doesn't actually capture the front of the plate. I've heard that
Oh,
it captures like 4 inches into the plate.
yeah.
Mm.
And that's unfortunate because that's not the strike zone defined. So that's another flaw of the strike zone. That's whatever you put into the computer is what they're going to spit out. But like I said, I think they're going to evolve to, like I said, I mean, these major league parks, I mean, you're not going to see it, you know, at the lower levels, but even, you know, the higher, you know, AAA levels, things like that, you're going to see these sensors on the plates and down the line and on the bases and all that bullshit because we have that technology.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's good in a way. I mean, it keeps umpires accountable a little bit because they're not put in press conferences. They're not asked the questions. They're not talked to by the media.
Which I think they should be, honestly.
I do
At
too.
least the crew chief. At least the crew chief. Not
Yeah,
everybody, but the crew chief.
right. There has to be some accountability there from the media to be able to ask them questions just like they do the players and the coaches and so forth. So that's a big one for me. But I think it turns baseball into too much of a hitter's game. Like I know that they want to see runs, they want to see excitement, they want to see home runs and things like that. But like I think this ABS system is advantage hitters.
Oh,
Am I
100%.
wrong like that? Like that's just
I
what I think because now you have to put it in this zone for it to be a strike. There's no questionable call outside of the zone that
Well, that would be if you went to an all automated zone, right? At least now we're two challenges per team plus successful ones, whatever,
yeah.
right? Because that zone's always been there. I think it's a hybrid, like I said, making sure the umpires are consistent. But once again, the strike zone that's being called is got to be correct, and I hate this first inning challenging pitch type of deal.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
it's
because you're gonna get it in the. I mean I mean going even further, the check swing, right? Like one of the biggest talking about strikeouts in World Series. I'm pretty sure, John, you're definitely referring to possibly a check swing that happened. Um,
There's even like the check swing aspect of
Yeah,
it too.
so
Like
I mean, and I mean, yeah, like how do you make that call at that time? Whatever. There's a lot that goes into that.
Mhm.
That's a different discussion. But once again, the definition of a check swing isn't greatly defined. So the only
No,
way to fix those judgment calls, which you're never going to fix it, and that's what's great about baseball is you have judgment calls. You should have judgment calls. But if dudes are really shitty at them, you don't need those dudes. That's what that boils down to, right? But
yeah.
there's going to be ways to fix, like especially at the major league level. I'm not talking about trickling down, but the check swing thing, like where are you calling a check swing and you know that umpire, you know, the sensors is the
yeah,
way to fix it. It's happening in the NFL with, you know, the sensor in the ball for the yardage. You're gonna get it in the baseball, you're gonna get it around the bases. It's just like once again the way the future is.
Yeah. Oh, all right. With that being said, let's jump into our next one. We're going to discuss this. We're not going to lay this out right now, but we're going to discuss what we're going to do here because I brought up having a top 10 sports movie, list tonight in this podcast episode, but Danny brought up, putting together a bracket. So
Yes.
I want
well,
Danny to
I
explain that. Oh, go ahead, John.
real quick, I liked your idea because I maybe mistyped this in the text thread, or maybe I read it wrong. But you put like real life movies. And so I was like, man, if you
Based
could
on a true
throw in
story.
like some historical non-sports ones in there too, that would be epic.
Yeah, we could do
You
that.
know,
I was looking through my list, not just 10 of them. I put down a bunch of them that could be on that, my top
Oh
10.
yeah,
And
dude.
I
I
was
got a
like,
whole notebook full of it.
why don't we do like a true story sports top 10, list? Because
I like
I don't
that.
even think, what's that movie? Can't remember. With the Chicago Bears play about the Chicago Bears player.
Oh, are you talking about yeah, dude, with Gail Sayers, the Brian
Yeah,
song. Brian
mm,
song.
Brian song. Like I didn't even have that
yeah.
on my list because I couldn't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But
Watch
there's
that in
another one,
school.
right? So like I just and then there's other movies that aren't true stories that are really good, right? Like, so I figured let's just. I want to hear Danny's thoughts, but yeah, I thought about just doing a top 10 true story sports movie list.
So
And I,
so let's definitely do that because I've got some notes for that. But what I'm projecting here is because we did it when I first started the whole talking sports thing, right? We started talking sports in 2020, March of 2020, and then obviously all sports ended 2 weeks later, right? We were like, oh shit, what are we gonna do, right? March Madness was gonna be the first thing we did on the show. We were gonna do we had a whole deal, right? So I instantly shifted to movies. And basically, the concept of this, and we can work out the logistics, but the concept of this is you're just following like an NCAA March Madness format. So you got 64 teams, you're going to 72 with the 4 playing games, right? So you break it up into you got 16, well, 18 baseball, 18 basketball, 18 football, because obviously those are the most popular sports, and then you got an 18 other, right? So essentially we break it down into a bracket. We all just, we rate it, whatever, get our friends involved. We throw a poll out there to get all the dipshits to vote on this, and then we just kind of whittle it through, and we break it down maybe through polls down to the Sweet 16, and then once we get down to the Sweet 16, we legitimately break down these movies, and then we move down to a Final Four, and eventually we get the best sports movie of all time.
yeah,
And
Mm.
the first time we did it, I think it came down to like I think it was Field of Dreams and Remember the Titans. I think were the final two. I mean, obviously Coach Carter. There's a whole bunch of movies,
Coach
obviously off
Carter.
the
That was
Is
another
real.
one I didn't put on my list. It's a true story. Holy cow,
So that
which
was
Coach Carter or Field of Dreams?
Coach Carter.
Coach Carter.
Yeah.
So I'm just talking about best movies. So some of them are
Yeah,
real, some of them are not. Like I mean, you throw
sure.
Major League. Like
Mm.
there's a whole deal where you work that together. Just best movies all the time. That's separate from what we're doing here. But I like your idea because I got a whole bunch of let's hammer through some stuff. I mean, we're just coming back. Dude. People got to tune in and hear some shit.
Yeah.
So
And
let's
and
talk
like I
about
said,
some
we're
true
gonna have some
movies.
other guests on the show that will chime in on their stuff too, like their favorite. We'll put them on the spot with that stuff
Well,
too.
that's
So
what I'm saying. I mean, each week we can format this to where we bring on a couple different people, to get our 72 team or 72 movies,
68,
right?
68, 68. We're not going to 72. We're not expanding
Okay,
the
whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Two play-in games.
Yeah.
They put 60 in the official bracket and then they
Well,
put
we did
18
16 all the way through
in
the
that
first
four.
time, and then I ended up with some extra movies that deserved some consideration. So that's why we went
Top
to the
68. The best 68. That's what we're going with. The best
Can we
68.
even think of 68 like
Oh,
real
absolutely,
life
dude. That's
sports
what's
movies?
crazy about this. Once you get to start talking about sports movies, you're like, oh shit, there's that movie. There's that. Yeah, Tin Cup, Secretariat. I mean, there's movies that just
Oh,
Man, shoot.
come out of the woodwork that you don't realize till we get in. It's really fun, guys. I promise you,
What was
it will be fun.
it was Seabiscuit, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's
The
that
other
one.
one.
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, Sean and Damien, we're all about the Mighty Ducks.
Mighty Ducks
Six,
is
Great,
that's what I
great
have on my
movie.
list.
Not one of the
but
best,
not
but
Not true.
not one
So
of the best.
it,
here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do
Ken,
I'm
two
gonna
movies.
present a top 10 list of true story sports movies next week. My top 10 list, right? And you guys can.
Okay, talk for a
No, no,
second.
no, 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 no. No, no. I don't think we list a top 10 because I think that'll sway where we put like we need to come up with just between us. Let's lay them out. Okay? Like in our call like hey, here's the 68. And next episode we introduce the west or the east bracket, right? And we could talk about, why certain
But we
movies
need to
got
get
a
it. It
one
can't
seed
be.
versus
It can't just be ours. We got to get it as like a poll, like a survey type form to have our friends fill out. Like put it on Facebook. Say fill this out. Make your
Dude,
picks.
if you want to do that, I am all for it. I will support it.
We just
But
got to
if we're
come up with
not going to go
60,
through
we
that
just got to
effort,
come up with 68 sports films then in that regard.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
my stupid
Oh,
camera went out
oh,
again.
Kyle's camera went out. Welcome to season
Shoes,
6, everyone.
shoes.
Oh,
Welcome to
okay.
season 6.
We're
What
welcome to
an
season
idiot.
6. We're gonna end this. We're gonna do some stuff. As you can see, my camera went out. I hate this.
Dumb dumb.
It makes me so mad. Will it come
That's
back up?
funny.
It won't come back up, will it?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
It's burnt. I didn't turn on my fan tonight, so I apologize, everybody. But we'll see you on the next episode of the No Sauce Podcast. Remember to hit like and subscribe. I'm as bad as my freaking screen right now. So have a good night, everybody. Oh.